Welcome to the From the Logo podcast. I am Zach, joined with me Parker, and we are currently watching the NBA draft. No surprise to anyone, Zion Williamson was taken number 10. No, just kidding, number 1.
You had me there for a second. I was like, did you not watch the freaking draft?
So no surprises there. Taken second was John Morant, however you say it. Rounding out the top 3, you had R.J. Barrett to the Knicks.
That is correct.
So
None of those picks surprised anybody. We all knew exactly what was going to happen.
And then the world caught fire. Everyone's phones blowing up, Woj bombs everywhere. Children, mothers, everyone was hit by these Woj bombs. There were so many trades just in the first couple minutes of the
There were
draft.
a ton of trades. Way too many trades.
Way too many trades. Here, I'm looking up a tweet real quick that I liked. Just kind of going back to the Anthony Davis stuff.
Yeah.
And the trade with the Lakers. A lot of people want to say that the Lakers won that trade, which they did. I mean, they got Anthony Davis, but the Pelicans, they came away with a lot of stuff. Andrew Lopez on Twitter tweeted out that Anthony Davis, he turned into Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, the number 8 pick of this year's draft, the number 17th pick of this year's draft, the number 35 pick of this year's draft, LA's 21st pick if top 8, LA's 22nd pick if not, the LA swap in 23, LA first either 24 or 25, and got rid of Solomon Hill's contract. That is a lot of stuff that the Pelicans got back for Anthony Davis.
And the Pelicans traded the number 4 pick to the Hawks earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
So they're doing lots of work.
So yeah, the Hawks are definitely in it. And with that, I just think it's so interesting how players, when they decide that they want to be traded or they want to leave, they're like starting to tell management a lot sooner than they have in the past. Like Kevin Durant, for instance, has been looking into a sign and trade with the Warriors.
Really?
Yeah, reports are out there that he doesn't want to play with the Warriors anymore, and that he would be interested in a sign and trade.
Do we know who's saying that?
What was that?
Where are the reports coming from? Who said it? Do you
know? NBA Central reported it. The NBA Central, which is interesting because he did not give Oklahoma City that luxury of knowing that he was going to leave or do a sign and trade or anything like that.
What are you talking about? He didn't tell you guys he was doing a sign and trade?
Just left, That was
not Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant would never do something like that.
All right, so the Boston Celtics picked Grant Williams at number 22.
And the Celtics are kind of in a little bit of turmoil right now because new reports are saying Al Horford wants to leave, Kyrie Irving's probably out, Marcus Morris could leave for free agency as well as Terry Rozier. So basically there's our backup point guard. Sometimes our starting small forward, sometimes he comes off the bench in Marcus Morris. Our starting center's gone, and the starting point guard for the Celtics would be gone. So the Celtics have a lot of work to do, unless they can hold on to Terry Rozier, which is possible, because the whole thing with Terry Rozier is he wanted to not be the backup anymore to Kyrie. He thought he was a starting point guard mentality, I guess. No, he thought he played like a starting point guard, which is true. The year before when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, he did play like a starting point guard, and it was freaking Terry Rozier's Boston Celtics, really. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Hopefully they can figure it out.
Yeah, Terry Rozier, he's a guy who, he honestly kind of scares me a little bit, just because he has shown that he can play like a starting point guard, but he's pretty short, he's pretty small, and the things I've seen from him have been mostly mostly from the playoffs, which is a good thing, I guess, but I haven't seen sustainable starting point guard play for him. So it'll be interesting to see what the Celtics do with I think they have 4 picks in the first round. So
Yeah, they picked. Let me double check real quick. They picked. They picked 14th. They picked 22nd, and they picked 14th, 22nd, and then they have the 24th pick. So right after the Oklahoma City Thunder, who they just traded with the Memphis Grizzlies. I lied to you. The Celtics aren't picking 24th because they traded up. No, they traded up for the 24th pick.
yeah, they traded up. So they've got the 22nd and the 24th.
Yep, I was reading it wrong.
Because originally they had the 20th pick. But They traded that to the 76ers.
Yep, there it is. That makes sense.
So as we're watching this live, the Celtics drafted Grant Williams.
Yep.
And the Thunder are on the clock right now. So after the Thunder draft, whoever they're going to draft, because I'm most interested about that, I have a game for you about this draft.
Okay.
But in the meantime, let's see. Give me 1 second.
Just so everybody knows, Zach is a Thunder fan. I am a Celtics fan. But I guess real quick, while they're on commercial break, we can talk about the stupid Utah Jazz trade that occurred. I've been holding this in for a minute.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so Zach, catch us up so I can rant. What was the trade?
All right, so the Utah Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies decided to go with a trade that, in my opinion, helped both teams. But
oh my hell!
You have another. Okay, I'll just get to the chase. So the Utah Jazz sent Jay Crowder, Kyle Korver, and a pick from this year's draft. I think there might have been more, but sent those assets to the Memphis.
Who else did they send?
What was that?
Who else did they send?
They didn't send anybody else.
They sent Grayson Allen.
Oh, Grayson Allen. That's right. See,
this is the whole point of my argument.
I'm sorry, Grayson Allen just for some reason he's never on my radar. So
you moron!
Sorry,
so stupid.
Sorry, the most important part of this trade, Grayson Allen.
No, not even the most important part. Here's my whole problem with the trade. Because if you listen to what they've been saying in Utah, they're like, "Oh, Grayson Allen isn't that good. He's not that good." Blah blah blah. They played him in the summer league, then they played him in the G League. I'm sorry. They played him in the G League. He wrecks crap in the G League, and they give him like maybe a total of 30, 40 minutes throughout the whole season, and then they're like, okay, no, we're done with you. After they picked him like 22nd.
That's true. They did.
Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now.
So while you're looking that up, so the Utah Jazz sent that to the Grizzlies, and then the Grizzlies sent Mike Conley to the Jazz, who I think is going to be a definite upgrade from Ricky Rubio.
No, I agree with that.
Especially on the defensive end. And it'll be very interesting to see that defense. I think that defense is a top 3 defense in the league, with the front court, back court defense that Rudy Gobert and then Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley can bring. That's going to be this. They're going to have some clamps there.
They will. Okay, so I just looked it up. Here it is. So the Utah Jazz picked Grayson Allen first round, 21st, and they didn't even use him or attempt to use him. Like, I'm looking up his stats from last season.
You can't trip anybody in the NBA, right?
No, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh! Look at Shaq. Look at what Shaq did in the early 2000s and late 90s. Look at what Charles Barkley used to do. Who cares about tripping? They used to beat the shit out of people. Tripping means nothing in the NBA. Minutes per game, he averaged...
Sorry to interrupt you, but Oklahoma City is picking Darius Bazley.
Who?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure who Darius Bazley is. But that leads us into the game that I want to play, which is called...
I'll get off my high horse with the rant.
All right.
Real quick, hold on. He played 38 games and averaged 10 minutes in those games. So they didn't even give him a chance.
In the NBA?
Yes.
Dude, that's like the My Player stuff from 2K.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's got to get
All right, I'm off my
he's got to
high
get
horse.
his teammate rating up.
Whatever. I'm off my high horse. Okay, what's the game? Let's play. Let's play.
All
Before
right.
I go off some more.
So the game that I want to play is Where Did That Man Go to School?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do the top. Let's do the top 20. And we're gonna see
Draft
if
draft
you
picks.
still with me, Parker? You still with me?
Yep.
Okay. So the game is called Where Did That Man Go to School? Without looking at your computer or anything about the draft, I'm gonna go
Okay.
through the top 20 of the draft picks.
Okay.
Ask you where that. I'll give you the name and then I'll ask you where that person went to school. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So number 1, Zion Williamson.
Oh, North Carolina. Just kidding. Duke.
Duke, correct. All right. John Morant or Morant.
He went to Murray State.
Murray State, correct. All right. Next we've got R.J. Barrett.
He went to Duke as well.
Correct. He went to Duke. All right. DeAndre Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter. He played for Virginia.
Yep, correct.
He just won a national championship.
He did.
With who's the point guard? Who's their point guard? Did he get in?
Was that Guy?
Yeah, I forgot. Guy. Kyle Guy, I think is his name.
All right. I don't think he definitely hasn't been drafted yet.
I don't think so either.
Hold on one second. Okay, Darius Garland.
He was at Vanderbilt, I believe.
Correct.
Look at me! Look at me!
You're killing it, man.
Yeah, dude. College basketball. I know my college basketball like the back of my hand.
All right. So now we are heading to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who selected Jarrett Culver. Do you know where he went to college?
Jarrett Culver. I think he played. Which league was he in? Give me just a second. Let me think. He was in the. I'm pretty sure he was in the Texas Tech. I think is where he went.
Did you Google that?
I did not. I swear my life.
Correct.
No Google. No nothing.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
All right. So now we're hitting Kobe White.
He was North Carolina.
North Carolina, correct.
I know that one because I love North Carolina. Can't go wrong with the kid. North Carolina. You know what I mean?
I do not know what you mean, but we'll just agree to disagree there.
What? Oh my gosh! Stupid Kentucky fans.
So you're 7 for 7 now.
It's keeping up.
I am very impressed. So now we're gonna go to pick number 8 that went to the Pelicans.
Okay.
And who is Jackson Hayes? Do you know where he went?
Jackson. I think he went to Texas.
He did go to Texas. You have this up on your screen, don't you?
You wish I had it up on my screen. How can I I can't Google this fast.
But you know how you would do it. Okay, so just for those listening, on some of them I forgot to mention who drafted these players. So Zion Williamson went to the Pelicans, John Morant, Murray State, R.J. Barrett to the Knicks, Hunter to Virginia, Darius Garland to... Wait, did I say Hunter to Virginia?
Yeah, you did.
I meant the Hawks.
I was confused.
My bad.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I am very invested into this game.
Yeah, Zach's a little bitter beaver because I'm 8 for
8. Garland was going to Cleveland. Culver to the Timberwolves. Kobe White to the Bulls. And then we've got Jackson Hayes to the Pelicans. So now we're entering... So you're 8 for 8. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so if you guys know how to pronounce this, please comment down below. Help me phonetically sound this out. But Rui Hachimura.
Oh, yeah, he was at Gonzaga.
He was at Gonzaga, correct.
That's it.
and he was selected by. Hold up. He was selected by the Wizards.
Yep.
So, all right. So let's see if you can go 10 for 10, and we'll stop after this one.
You sure? You sure you don't want me to go 20 for
No.
20, young blood?
Do you want to go? We can
Let's see where
we
we're
can go
at.
20 if you want, or let's go 15.
Let's just keep going. Let's go till I miss one.
Okay, let's go till you miss one. All right. So the Hawks selected Cam Reddish. And do you know where he went to school?
Cam Reddish is Duke.
Cam Reddish is Duke, correct.
Boom.
All right, so the Suns selected Cameron Johnson. Do you know where he went to school?
North Carolina.
Oh, I was going to be very disappointed if you didn't get that one right.
Boom. Yeah, he went off in a couple games last season. It was pretty fun to watch. Surprised he didn't go higher, honestly.
So,
I thought he'd go above Kobe White.
You thought he'd go above Kobe White?
Yeah, I thought he played better than Kobe White.
Huh. That'll be interesting to see. So that was the 11th pick by the Suns. Now, the 12th pick by the Hornets was P.J. Washington. Do you know what school he played at?
Well, I hope so. He went to Kentucky.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He played really good this last year. So I am not surprised to see him go in the lottery. Now, let's see. Do you know who the Miami Heat selected at number 13?
I don't know.
Tyler Hero. Do you know where he went to school?
He went to Kentucky as well.
Nice. 2 Kentuckians back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Got me saying back to back.
All right. Romeo Langford went. Let's see. Where did he go? He went. Sorry, 1 second.
No, you're good. You got to look it up. I already know. Watch this. He went to Indiana.
He went 14th to the Celtics, and so I was looking up which team drafted him.
Oh,
and he did go to Indiana. Correct.
Boom.
All right. All right. Let's see if you got this one. So this was the number 15th pick, and this is Sekou Doumbouya. Let me know if I got that one wrong. Sekou Doumbouya, and he was drafted, I believe. Let me see who drafted him.
I think the Pistons took him.
Yes, the Pistons took him. Do you know which college he went to?
I don't. I feel like he's doesn't sound Doumbouya? Sekou Haiku Doumbouya?
All right, time is up.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue.
So he did not go to college. He is from, it looks like Guinea. He is one of an international player.
That's where my streak ends.
Yep, so your streak ends with someone from Guinea.
Well, I think that's pretty dang good.
I think that's pretty good. You went 14 for 14.
I'll take it. I will take it.
So
Zach thought he had me. Thought he had me by the balls.
A lot of the lottery picks were pretty easy to pick. You know,
a lot of ACC.
A lot of ACC.
And
I'm pretty sure they set a record this year with how many ACC players were picked. Like, not joking.
It feels like it.
They did set a record. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it felt like it was mostly ACC with, you know, a Murray State in there or a Kentucky in there. Kentucky is not ACC.
SEC.
SEC, that's right. Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, they're not. I know it was it felt like SEC, but yeah, that's ACC.
And I know you're a big, more of an NFL fan, but
I still follow the NBA. I still follow it.
But with the
NBA, I know what's going on.
The Toronto Raptors literally won the championship last week, like a week from today.
Yeah.
And now we're already having the draft, and the draft's only 2 rounds, which It goes by a lot quicker than the NFL draft. How long does the NFL draft usually last? Like a couple days?
It's got 3. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like a 3-day event. Not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's a 3-day event.
So we've got that 3-day event in the NFL, but everyone's going to be drafted today in the NBA. And then before we know it, free agency is going to hit. And
well, the other thing, too, is it's interesting with the NBA compared to the NFL. The NFL gives you like 20 minutes to pick. The NBA gives you 5. Like, you better know who you're picking and when you're picking them.
And it's definitely stressful if you're trying to trade for players or trade back or trade forward because
Agreed.
You're on the clock while you're also calling other GMs to trade, you know?
Agreed, 100%.
I assume that you have the person you want and you give it to the person that tells the league which player you want to pick and say if we don't have a trade done by the time our time's up, then this is the player we're going to pick. But I assume that they're just going to the last minute trying to find a good trade.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you.
Yeah, there were a lot of kind of smaller trades. Let's play the Woj game. I'm gonna go to Woj. Right.
Woj.
Woj.
The man, the myth, the legend.
So Milwaukee traded Tony Snell to Detroit.
Okay.
And then the Pistons sent back John Lure, and the Bucks are also sending a 30th pick to the Pistons. That's a pretty decent trade for both teams,
that is.
I would say. Since Detroit definitely needed some wings, Snell helps
Agreed.
out.
Agreed.
But really, other than that, the infamous trade where the Utah Jazz are now title contenders with Mike Conley.
No!
That's been the most recent.
They're not title contenders. They can't get past Portland. They can't get past the Warriors. They're not going to be able to get past the Lakers. They are a 7 seed at best that will not advance past the first round.
I can't wait till we do before season predictions on seeding, and you have the Jazz at number 7.
The Jazz are a 7-8 seed, and if anything happens and Kawhi goes to the Clippers, they're out. Like, I don't even think they'll make it.
You don't think the Clippers will make it?
No, the Jazz.
Oh, the Jazz.
Yeah.
I could honestly see the Jazz making it to the 4th seed, maybe even the 3rd seed.
What is wrong with you? Why?
Because if you get your hopes too high, then you'll just end up being crushed. That's what.
Are you on cocaine?
if
let
I
me
just
explain.
Assume that everything I hate will happen.
Let me give you exactly what this is why they're out. Okay.
Okay.
They're a 5 seed. The Thunder played like crap the last half of the year. They played decent. They're in the 5 seed, which puts them down to 6. The Spurs should have played better. They played better towards the end of the year. They pushed them out, and they're the 6 seed. The Clippers, if they get Kawhi, they're the 7 seed. The Lakers are the 8 seed with AD. The Jazz aren't even in it.
The Lakers are the 8th seed?
No, I'm just hypothetically. Those are the guys in 8, like, moving up the list.
Oh, okay.
Just, like, going down from, like, the Jazz are the 5th, the Thunder were the 6th, Spurs 7, Clippers 8, the Kings were 9, the Lakers were 10. But I think the Lakers' addition of AD takes them above the 9. So they would be in the top 8. I don't know where. I haven't predicted that yet.
So what about what did you say about the Warriors?
Nothing. I left the top 4 because it was just the Warriors, Nuggets, Trailblazers, and Rockets, who should all make the playoffs next year. The Jazz are the team I see being out.
Really? I think the Warriors have a really good chance of missing the playoffs this year.
Why?
Because if Kevin Durant leaves...
Again, is cocaine in your system?
Kevin Durant leaves, Klay Thompson is out for the majority of the season. You have Steph Curry and Kevon Looney. That's really it. And I guess Andre Iguodala and then Boogie Cousins might not re-sign. Like, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong.
They still have Draymond.
They do have Draymond, but, I mean... You've literally gone from a team that has 5 all-stars to a team that only has 1.5. Really?
Yeah, but I mean, if we look at the finals, they played really well against
Without Clay?
without Clay and without KD,
I don't think
and
so.
against an Eastern Conference team. Like, I don't know. And the Eastern Conference has been playing a lot better recently. So
we'll see.
Against the top
I think
Eastern
the
Conference
Warriors are
team
the 8th
with
seed.
all their guys.
What was that?
I said was against the top Eastern Conference team with all of their starters.
Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
So like the Warriors still played that good with all their injuries against the top seeded East team
okay.
with all their starters.
That's true. I guess. Yeah, I think the Warriors are going to be an 8 seed.
And which leaves the Jazz still out.
That's true. I don't know.
Are the Jazz better than the Thunder? Realistically,
I think so.
No,
why?
Why?
I think the Thunder might miss the playoffs this year.
You think?
I do. I think the Thunder, they have. Everyone gets along very well in the Thunder. They just don't play well together, if that makes sense.
It does, but I think they can fix it because they're going into their third year. So hopefully, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like Kawhi,
this is what makes it fun. You don't know until you know.
Exactly.
Until it happens.
You don't know until you know.
You don't know till you know.
So, I think we might we should cut it off here. But next time we talk, we're going to talk about free agency, and we'll come a little bit more prepared with, we're going to have a list of the top free agents that we think, and then one of us will be teams trying to persuade those top free agents to come, and we'll kind of discuss which free agents we think are going to go where in preparation for free agency, which is, I believe, I think it's the 6th of July.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, let me.
It is June 30th.
June 30th? Okay.
Yep.
I can't remember what July 6th was, but
yeah, NBA draft is on Thursday. Free agency will begin on June 30th.
Okay, cool. Well, Parker, do you have anything you want to plug?
I would like to plug myself being great and understanding that the Jazz are stupid and that the Celtics have a lot to do, and also that the what else do I want to plug? No, I think that's pretty much it. I think we'll be good. I want to see how Zion and them perform. I think Zion will be good. And yeah, what about you? You got anything you want to plug?
Oh yeah, one last thing. Something very interesting is Al Horford has opted out of his contract.
There's a ton of turmoil over there. The Celtics aren't getting along.
There are reports saying that he opted out because he wants a long-term, high-paying job or high-paying contract. And I think his top interested teams were the Rockets, the Lakers, the Mavericks, and there was one other team, and I can't remember what it was. But those are his top teams that he would want to go to in free agency.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens because I don't think he's staying with the Celtics. Danny Ainge doesn't make smart decisions very often.
Dude, he has made a lot of good decisions.
But they're short term. They're not long term decisions.
I don't know. He's gotten a lot of good picks. But
if we can keep like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart around, we can see how well these guys, the actual his decision making is. But like he always brings these stars in. Like Isaiah Thomas got rid of him after 2 years, which is fine because he was injured. But Kyrie 2 years, Al Horford, I think it was a 3-year thing. Like it's so short term. It's the same problem the Lakers have. They're looking short term where we need to look long term where we can have success like the Warriors did. Spend the money.
True.
That's the problem.
They've just had a lot of bad things go their way. Kyrie Irving has managed to promise that he's going to return to the Celtics, and then
not.
Everyone is so happy that he says that if they'll have him back, that he'll resign.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the year, everyone's saying, "I hope he does not resign. I hope he goes somewhere else." And he himself is saying, "I want out of Boston."
Well, I heard today on the radio that someone said Kyrie Irving's the most miserable millionaire ever. It seems like everything is against Kyrie when Boston does nothing but love him and want him to be successful. It's a weird dynamic.
It really is. Oh, breaking news on the pod. Shams tweeted out that Boston has traded center Aaron Baines to Phoenix. So
for what? Why are we going to Phoenix? Phoenix won 15 games. Why are we taking anybody from Phoenix?
So
Aaron Baines is a beast. Oh my gosh. I just don't understand. What you see my problem? Why are we taking anybody from Phoenix?
So that
Phoenix has a real winning mentality, winning 15 games and coming in last place. Good hell. Who do we get?
So you got Ty Jerome, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen all the things with the trade, but
he played for Virginia.
I believe that was part of. We're not playing the game anymore, Parker. We know you get. You know, you're good at that.
No, I actually looked that one up because I forgot.
Yeah, I can't find all the details about that, but I'm pretty sure Aaron Baines was traded with one of the picks tonight. But
I guess we're gonna see, won't we?
Yeah, I guess we'll see later. But I think that's a pretty good
good episode. Episode 2.
Yeah. Episode 2, still kind of workshopping some things, but I feel like it went pretty good on the fly, kind of unprepared. But
what are you plugging?
I'm plugging. I really don't have personally anything to plug, other than if you guys could subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up if you like the video. That would really help us out. From the logo, and if this YouTube stuff starts to kind of take off and go better, we'll do a little bit more research into kind of looking at putting it on a podcast platform, either Apple Podcasts or Stitcher.
We can spend more time on it. We can dedicate more to it.
We can dedicate more time to that. So if you guys just let us know what you guys would like to see, things that you'd like us to discuss, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's it for us for episode 2. From the logo, keep it wet from behind the arc, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.